I'm Beth Blake, ISC West Public Relations Director, here at ISC West to talk about new products and technologies that are on the show floor, as well as bring some interesting insight about the security trends that we're seeing, as well as the interesting people that are contributing to the security in the global environment. Today we have Steve Hill. He's a global communications leader for Morpho Detection. And welcome, Steve. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us. I know you're probably busy on the floor today, but I appreciate taking the time to talk about Morpho.
Thanks, Beth. We're glad to be here.
Tell us a little about Morpho. We talked biometrics before, but I understand there's more other divisions within the company. Let's hear about that.
That's right. I represent Morpho Detection. We're a leading provider of explosives and narcotics detection solutions for our customers around the world. Many of your viewers and attendees here at the show know us as the former GE Homeland Protection. We were acquired by the Safran Group about a year and a half ago, and we are now part of their security business, name of which is Morpho. Morpho is made up of Morpho Detection, Morpho Track, which does biometric identification solutions, and a third business, eDocuments, which delivers document verification technology to the marketplace.
So the combination of those three companies offer a powerful punch, so to speak, for businesses to take care of some of their security needs. But we're going to talk about detection today, and I understand you have a new product that is on the detection space.
That's right. We have several new products that we're excited about. One of them that I think is of greatest interest here at the show, probably to security directors, judging from what I've been seeing in the booth yesterday and today, is our Itemizer DX. It's a desktop explosives detection solution. It also has the capability to do narcotics detection, but here we've been concentrating on threat detection, explosives. We think of it as our world explosives detector because it's been approved by so many regulators around the world. It delivers in a desktop package very effective explosives detection for a variety of applications. We make it in a version for the TSA, which here in the US, which many attendees at the show have no doubt seen as they pass through airports on their way here, or they'll see it as they go home after the show. We also make it in a commercial version for high-risk commercial facilities. It's also our newest addition to the Itemizer DX family is a cargo version to address the growing needs of air cargo operators, everyone from the mom and pop freight forwarders, small businesses, to the largest name brand express delivery services around the world.
So the applications are port primarily, or rooted in port and port security. Are there other applications that you're seeing for the product as well?
Absolutely. One of the fastest growing areas for explosive threat detection and that our trace detectors solve is in the area of hospitality. Large resorts, especially foreign resorts in high-risk areas, are deploying our trace detection solutions, often Itemizer DX, in large numbers. We're also seeing it being used in transit and transportation, cruise lines, the State Department here in the US and other embassies around the world are big users of our trace detection, and the most recent version of which is Itemizer DX. It's also used by military organizations around the world. The U.S. Army is a big user of our mobile version or handheld version of Itemizer DX. It's called Mobile Trace.
So that's the detection piece, right? You have a third business under the Morpho brand, so to speak, and tell us about that.
Yeah, we're very at Morpho Detection. We're very excited to be part of the new Morpho, which is Safran Group's global security business. It's made up of three legs, as you suggest, and the third leg is our document verification business. The company is called eDocuments. Together, the three legs of that stool, detection, identification, and document verification, allow us to help our customers meet a wide variety of security challenges with integrated solutions that help them not only improve the effectiveness of the solution, but it also helps them drive out cost, creating operational efficiencies, and it helps them to create better experiences for their customers, be they passengers, be they guests at resorts, etc.
So when you put all those together, you must be seeing some trends in the industry. What are you seeing that sort of makes sense for the security audience here?
At a very high level, one of the things that we're seeing that we think is an important trend is a trend towards security directors looking beyond pure regulatory compliance to look at the impacts to their businesses that threats may offer, and working with us to create solutions that not only meet the regulatory requirement, but also meet their business risk mitigation requirements to protect the viability of their businesses in the event of attacks.
And I guess that changes all the time for security directors. There's employee risk and crisis. There's outside forces that they're concerned about. Mitigating risk is their number one priority. And so your products sort of help them check that off their list, so to speak.
Absolutely. For example, we're seeing quite a bit of interest in the air cargo space, and it's not just because of regulatory requirements, but it's because of recent events. It wasn't that many months ago that we had the printer bomber incident, where in this cat and mouse game that we play with the bad guys trying to find the loopholes or the chinks in our armor as we develop more and better solutions to protect infrastructure, in this case air cargo. We're seeing quite a bit of interest in air cargo because it's our belief, at least, and from our talking with our customers, they recognize that meeting the regulatory requirement is not always sufficient to protect their businesses.
Right, they may have a greater need that the regulatory numbers don't tell the story for.
That's exactly right. If you're for example, if you're an express shipper and your customers lose confidence in your ability to deliver for them, that can have tremendous impacts not only on your business, but on express shipping in general and on global e-commerce.
So the markets that you currently serve, as you said before, were port, airports, air freight. Are there other applications for these products that we haven't spoken about?
We serve primarily, we're best known for aviation, as I already said. We have many government and military customers. We serve a lot of commercial customers. One of the biggest industries that we serve that is fairly unknown is the nuclear power generation industry and other power generating facilities that are high-risk facilities. It's fairly well known that many of those power generation facilities have been of interest to terror groups. And we're a big player in the protection of nuclear power plants around the world.
I would imagine, and unfortunately to say though, but the tsunami in Japan and the power facility over there, your business has picked up as a result of that? Any blip in that? We're well before that. We're very well established in the nuclear power industry. As the threats evolve and as requirements to protect those facilities evolve, we're seeing growth in the nuclear space, but I wouldn't say that it had anything to do with. You were firmly entrenched,
that's great.
And now you've just been able to provide even more support for them.
That's right. Other markets that we're helping address security challenges in are law enforcement, corrections, criminal justice. The results of our trace detection of explosives have been found in many cases to be admissible in court. So law enforcement is a big user around the world, actually, not just here in the U.S., but around the world, of our trace detection for not only explosives, but narcotics as well.
And we all know that that's always a problem around the world, in different parts, of course, but protecting our borders is important in the U.S. as well.
That's right.
Are you looking towards moving your business in a different direction? Is there any intention of growing with additional, or where you are right now is, growth is always a good thing. Are there areas that you're looking at, or strategic, not that I expect you to share them with me, but looking for growth in other areas, I suspect?
Well, I already mentioned this, but we're very excited about being part of Safran Group, a large French-based multinational company, and to be part of Morpho, their security business. One of the things that's doing for us is that's opening doors to us at Morpho Detection to grow our business that was already fairly well established, but to grow our business beyond beyond U.S. borders and beyond the Americas, around the world. We've just in the last couple of weeks created a new business unit called MDI International, Morpho Detection International, that we're confident is going to allow us to ramp up growth around the world, in places where we already do exist, and in places where we don't have much of a footprint. A great example of that is in the last year or so, we've moved into India in a big way. Huge market for us. We have more than 500 of our trace and computed tomography explosives detection systems that are installed in India today, and that's only the tip of the iceberg, we're confident.
So the emerging nations, BRIC nations, are targets and ultimate markets for you.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
That sounds exciting.
It's an exciting time in the security industry.
It certainly sounds like it, especially for Morpho. You have a great product offering, and we wish you well at ISC West. We look forward to hearing more about your products down the line.
Beth, thanks so much.
Thanks for spending
us.
time with me today.
Thank you.
Thanks.